You sent me this story. Apparently, we're doing all right in Canada as far as our average cost of charging for electric vehicles. $277 per year. And what are the cheapest places to recharge an electric vehicle over the course of a year? And by most measurements, quite a savings over the gas-powered equivalent. I don't really keep track what the gas costs are. Plus, I don't drive that far to work. You, however, have a bit of a commute going on right now.
Yeah.
So maybe you have a better insight on this. How much gas you're using for your commute?
I guess equivalent to maybe $300 would be two months, 2.5 months.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you get a whole year. That's quite a savings.
Yeah.
So electric, the efficiency, the cost efficiency of an electric vehicle, to a huge extent, has to do with electricity costs where you live. And so in places where there's an abundance of electricity, inexpensive electricity, it makes even more sense to be looking towards an electric vehicle. By comparison, in Denmark, the number is $831 Canadian compared to $277. That's huge. That's a big increase. You're triple the cash, something like that. Same vehicle. Germany, $705. Belgium, $680. And if you click through on the link, the whole list, there's a here button there. If you click through, or maybe I sent you the link if you just go to the next tab. This is a really interesting site here where they didn't just look at the cost of an electric vehicle to run an electric vehicle for the year, but they also looked at your daily power consumption costs, depending on where you live, how much you spend on your daily shower, depending on where you live, the cost of a cup of coffee or tea, the energy cost of your coffee or tea, depending on where you live, per year, your cost of Netflix, not Netflix, what you pay to Netflix, your electricity use associated with Netflix watching, the cost of running your laptop, and so on. It's really amazing. Now, it's all converted to British pounds by the looks of it. But basically what you discover is if you live in Denmark, everything costs you a lot of money, electricity-wise. And if you live in Canada, you're doing a bit better. And, of course, there's other countries on there. You can go check it out for yourself, see what you're paying where you live. But, yeah, Canada actually comes in below the United States even for electricity costs. The bottom chart is the one that's pertaining to electric vehicles. And in British pounds, Canada comes in at 162, the US 176. Of course, Denmark at the top. Denmark, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Ireland. Yeah, somebody out there is probably angry they're paying too much for electricity. And that, of course, goes all the way down to Iran, where apparently the yearly electricity cost is 14 British pounds. I don't understand how that can be that amount. It's way lower than anywhere else. Argentina doesn't even have a cost. Maybe it's a small sample size. I'm not really sure. But some other notable countries in there with cheap prices for electricity. You have India at 103 British pounds and China at 117. So those ones even come in below Canada. However, it's important to note that obviously the cost of living and average wage, and there's various other factors that determine how expensive something is for you, which is why I ask you the gas equivalent here locally. And of course, people can do the math on that as well.